Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Life with G podcast. It's your girl G, the Puerto Rican podcast princess, your favorite baby mama in the building. And we always started off with Miss Shelly Shell.
What's up, y'all? It's Shelly, your favorite podcast vixen, the one bringing you a fresh perspective. All you have to do is listen.
Ow, ow. And Zoe is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, 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 what it do, what it is, what it ain't. This UK Zo checking in, you know what I'm saying? You know how I do it every time. I say it every time. We about to pop our shit.
Hey, there we go. There's the original intro and
There you
JR
go.
in the building.
Hey, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy JR, and I just want y'all to know that I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is for everybody out there. I love y'all. Real talk.
Why is
What
this a
just,
cool Mo
what
D
just
moment? I
happened?
felt I felt like a straight cool Mo D moment right
You know
there.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
like,
Why
come
did
on.
you say what it do, what it ain't? It's
I ain't
Zoe
gonna
that
lie,
says
bro.
what it do, what it ain't.
I know. I
You
wanted to try it out. It
hey,
felt
hey,
Oh,
you
good.
forgot
no.
you forgot the high noon, man.
No, no,
Oh,
no, 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 no,
yeah.
no, no. It ain't high
It's
noon
high
time. It ain't high
noon.
noon
I
time.
love
High
this
noon.
time
Still
for it.
It always
Welcome
high noon
back
time,
to
man.
another episode of Life with G podcast. This one is gonna be. This one is gonna be. It's already titled. You ain't got a lot of kicking. All right. I lost my words there for a minute. Welcome in, Julie. Shelly's tapping in the comments as well, and always Robert in the building. Thank you guys for coming through. Always getting it popping in the comments. I see a couple of y'all watching. Be sure to tap in the comments below. We are also streaming on TikTok and Twitch. If you want to tap in with us and have us read off your comments, be sure to come over to our Life with G podcast YouTube channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Let's get into it. You ain't gotta lie to kick it. That is what we're going to be talking about today. If y'all didn't read the description, we're talking about faking the funk, acting a different way depending on who you're around, putting on airs. So, what do you guys think when we talk about you ain't got to lie to kick it?
Who the hell's a girl dad?
I don't know where that came from.
Look, I think line is important, right? I think line is very important. I think everybody does it. And I think it's a weapon. I think people weaponize line. And I think it also adds a little insecurities and stuff too. Hides insecurities. So I'm not with it if you lie to kick it, but you know what I'm saying? I understand that you lied. That's all I'm saying. I'm a liar. I like it. That's all I'm saying.
But I think it's going a little bit further than lying, JR. It's portraying something that you are not. That means you are embodying this. You are changing your core to fit in, so to speak. That's when we're saying you ain't got a lot of kick it. That's kind of what we're talking about.
What's wrong with
Okay.
that?
So, what do you think about that then, Shelly?
It's wrong. It's wrong.
You think it's wrong? Have you not ever done that yourself?
No. And that's probably why I have. I mean, you give me a look like I didn't did that before.
Mm.
You ain't never,
No.
She
not
said she
ever,
Oh,
ever,
said you
ever.
lying. You lying to kick it right now, she say.
Oh,
you know what? Okay. Now that you're making me sit here and think about it, do we wear masks sometimes? But I don't change who I am at the core. I may smile while I'm crying on the inside, but I don't think that's lying to fit in. That's just because I don't may not want to show something. That's not saying
Omitting can still be considered a lie. I think when we're thinking about the concept of you ain't got a lie to kick it or lying to kick it, there's something that you're withholding. You don't necessarily have to like put it out there and say the opposite or act the exact opposite. It's just you withholding something in order to be more liked or accepted by whoever it is that you're trying to be liked or accepted by. Zoe, what do you think about when you hear that term? What comes to mind?
You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't gotta lie.
That soundbite for sure, for sure.
But nah, for real, like I think you don't got a lot to kick it. Like you ain't got a lot to kick it with me because once I find out that you fake, I ain't gonna want you around me anyway.
Mm.
Cause now I don't know you. I don't know you. This whole time you was portraying that you something you not. So how can I trust you to be, or how can I trust you with anything? How do I know you ain't gonna stab me in my back when the real you come out?
Mm.
very valid point.
I feel like we're taking it to an extreme though. We're automatically jumping to like something big. So I feel like that's why in our minds, from what you, Shelly and Zoe are saying, is coming off like y'all would judge somebody for doing that because you wouldn't do it yourself. But y'all really
Nah, I
can't
wouldn't
think
judge
of
nobody.
anything. You really can't think of any moment where you did something to try to fit in specifically.
No, because and okay, this is just for me. I don't know about Zoe. I've never really cared about fitting in. I've always been the short, fat, dark skinned girl. So therefore I've never fitted in. And I can't change my complexion. The only thing I could have changed was my weight, but everybody in my family is big. So no matter what diets I did, and that was prescribed, not something by choice, I didn't have a choice. And I can't change my height. I've been short all my life. So I never really cared. And even with my social standings, even if we want to go there, I've never cared about fitting in. I don't care if I'm on the outskirts because I'd rather be on the outskirts and be true to myself than to be one of the masses and just going with the flow. I'm a trendsetter, not a follower.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's very hard for me to believe from anyone. I think all of us do it at some point in our life, whether we realize it or not. And I feel like if you think back and you're really, really self-aware and you're honest with yourself, I feel like you're gonna find a moment where you did something maybe you necessarily didn't like to appease somebody or a group, or you started acting in a certain way or
See,
withheld a certain part of yourself.
I got a question about that. Okay, so what if it's in that aspect of you're not doing something to appease other people? What if it's because birds of a feather flock together? So like just say for instance, for an example, if I never would have tried smoking weed, but I'm around people that smoke weed all the time, that I started to wonder like, what is being high like? Is that considered me faking the funk?
No, that would be you open to a new experience. But if you originally were like, "No, I don't smoke weed. I can never see myself smoking weed." But after surrounding yourself with people who do participate, all of a sudden you're like, I guess I'll try it." Like
But
succumbing to
that's what
peer
I'm
pressure
asking. That's
could
what I'm
be that.
asking.
Well, if you
That's what
succumb
I'm
to
asking.
it, I feel like maybe if that's something you were really, really against before, I mean, we're able to change our minds, that's for sure. But I
Hmm.
don't know. And just in my mind, growing up, I know many instances where I did certain things, acted certain ways to fit in, to mesh. I do want to take it to the comments for just a moment. Julie said, "Did you just lie about lying?" I feel like that was Torrance Shelley.
It
Joseph,
was.
welcome in. Welcome to the live once again. Thank you for coming back. Ramsey's welcome in as well. Ramsey said, "Is withholding the truth considered lying?" Depends on who you ask. I think that's about perspective as well. Robert said, "I've been a weird nerd my whole life." Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a difference. I feel like you can be confident in yourself, but then sometimes naturally, like people are social, and sometimes naturally we just start to do different things to fit in. I think that that's a natural part of growing up and development.
Well, I got a question though, G.
Yeah.
Is that okay? That's not necessarily changing who you are. That goes along the lines of possibly, depending on what it is and your inner core values, that goes along the lines of just growth. Because, like you said, we are social creatures. So we do pick up habits and traits and things like that. But you should not be changing who you are at the core. And that's something I have said 10 toes down. Now, have I learned things and have I, because I'm an open book, I enjoy trying new things. I try
Mm,
anything at least twice.
mhm.
That's my philosophy. But that doesn't but that doesn't mean that I have to become a chameleon in order to fit in. I was the one. Okay, I understand you say it's hard to believe. I was the girl in school that literally would fit in every group because I was my own individual self. I didn't have to change. I didn't have to go dress the goth girl to be with the goth people. I didn't have to go preppy because I'm an onion. That is my philosophy. I have so many different layers to me that I can bust them out at any time, but that's not changing who I am at the core.
Okay. So it sounds like the majority of you on this podcast here, and it seems like in the comments as well, you guys would consider yourselves immune to that. That's not something that you guys can recall doing. So let's talk about people that we know have faked the funk and definitely lied to kick it. Can y'all think of any examples, whether it's personal life or even on social media? I can think of a couple right off the dome where they are guilty of you ain't got a lie to kick it.
Ooh, go ahead, kick it off for us, G.
Yep.
Okay. What about, and I can't remember her name, but what about the white lady who was basically blackfishing? And didn't she get like a scholarship for being African American? She she faked it basically the entire time.
Oh, you talking about the one that took the pills to make herself darker?
I think so. I
Talking
think so. What do you? Because that's a big thing.
that was,
And she would say, "I'm appreciating the culture. This is who I am."
but that
But
wasn't
I
who she
consider
was.
that you lying to kick it. So what's
Absolutely.
y'all's impression?
But what about those people that really do love like melanated people? Then they wish they were a melanated person.
But they not
I,
taking them pills to change their skin tone. That's the
but let's
difference.
talk about.
Okay, so what about the black people that are like bleaching their skin to be lighter?
I think that's hand in hand, right?
Absolutely,
Because
that goes hand in
that's
hand.
the part that it's you can appreciate the culture, but the key point that you said to me in my mind was that she wanted to be melanated. Like I love melanated people so much that I want to be that.
Right.
That's when we
Okay, I
start to
could
get
get that. I can
into
get
And
what
like
you're
a
saying.
tricky point. I do want to
I
ask
get that.
JR what he's thinking because he's been eerily
quiet.
silent this entire this entire conversation so far. So JR, what do you think about the example that I gave?
Look, as a known and proud liar, right? Y'all, y'all already, as a known and proud liar, bro. It is what it is in that sense. If they feel more comfortable doing whatever they feel more comfortable doing, then I think that's just how they move. Some people just want to be really comfortable, and if they're not comfortable in their skin and whatever they do to do anything to make them more comfortable, to me, I don't care that much about it in that sense. But I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm a judge them. I ain't gonna lie to you. And sometimes I'm not gonna like it, but that's a me problem. That's not a them problem. You know what I'm saying? Personally, if they want to be comfortable, however they want to be comfortable, I ain't tripping about it though. So the woman who took the pills to make herself darker or whatever, cool. Maybe she wants enhancements on. I know women who put makeup on to make themselves darker, or go to tanning beds to make themselves darker, or
Mhm.
whatever it may be. But I don't think they're lying. What I'm saying, I'm just thinking they're just trying to find the image that they have in their mind that they want to obtain. That's all.
JR, you bring
I
up a
could see
good
that.
point. And Zoe said about the bleaching of the skin. I wanted to just make this comment on that. The people that bleach their skin, it's not to become Caucasian. They're doing it because they have been told that dark skin is not beautiful.
Hmm.
So they're trying to turn themselves into what society has told them is a form of beauty standard. Which, and I know we've had a couple of conversations about beauty standards.
Mhm.
Whereas on the flip side, that woman, I don't remember her name, who wanted to be black, it had nothing to do with beauty standards. She wanted to perpetrate. Let's call it what it was. She wanted to fake the funk.
Yeah, and
Because
then
people
she's a
know
liar.
because people know POCs are popping. That's just is what it is.
Yeah, I don't fuck with her anyway. I don't fuck with her. She ain't lying
Yeah.
like I'm lying. See, I'm lying. I lie differently. You know what I'm saying? She ain't lying like me. If she ain't lying like me, y'all don't understand. I wake up every morning and I gotta
Figure out what lie you gonna tell.
no, I gotta slap the. My lie is not slapping the shit out of random people just for breathing around me. Like that's my lie.
Oh
It's
my
to
god.
not slap the shit out of people. Do you know how irritated I am the second I wake up? I wake up with only two fucks to give, only two, and I
Mm.
use one of them by actually getting up. So now I only got one the rest of the day,
I
and
mean,
that's
like,
gonna be
you
used.
dead if you don't get up, my boy.
I'm just
Come on,
I'm just
man.
being real with you. Get up to get the
Didn't
day
that
started. That's one fuck. The next fuck is whatever needs to be necessary. After that, anybody can get it. But I gotta
That's why
lie.
that's why you be popping your shit on the podcast because you've been
for
acting
real?
nice all day. So when you get to
Right.
the pod, you're like, fuck it. I don't give a damn anymore.
I
I
don't
do
got that
want to
many fucks to
welcome
give.
in I do want to welcome in Sunshine. What's good, Sunshine? Thank you for coming in to another live per usual. Yeah, no, I mean, that's an interesting point. I mean, because I think in the beginning we're talking about extremes, but technically we all are guilty of faking the funk in an essence if we're talking about I don't feel the best, but I go to work and I smile and I talk nice to my boss and I talk to the customer service lady nice even though I want to cuss her out. So we all are guilty of that to an extent, right?
I think we're guilty of that every single day. All right. So
Every
let's
day.
I think I'm a little
every
more
day.
stronger than y'all. Like I think
You
y'all
probably
kind of
are.
Like
You
I'm
definitely probably are.
like I really have to beat the shit out of this demon every day. I really truly believe he just be chilling in my shit. Like,
Oh my
hey,
god.
Bruh.
like
Bruh,
you
go
going
watch Cat Williams. Didn't Cat Williams say you ain't gotta wake up angry every day?
Every
I
day.
You ain't got to do it every day.
sometimes I gotta put on a
Uh,
facade. Sometimes I gotta put
I
on a
do
facade. You know what I'm saying?
sometimes, a lot
Yeah.
of times.
That's
But
it.
when I say we do it every day, those of us that work in customer service fields and things like that, y'all know we got that work voice and work personality, and then we got the all right, let me put on my street clothes, let me put my hair down and let me relax personality.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So in those instances, I don't think it's faking, but you have to have different sides of you in order to allow people to perceive what you need to tell them. Because if I come out the door angry, yelling at you because I didn't had a bad day, you're not as I'm talking about a customer now. If I'm yelling at a customer, what you think gonna end up happening? I'm gonna be done lost my job.
Mm.
Facts.
It's Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got nowhere to be. I'm gonna lose my job. So
Yeah.
it is certain things that we have to do in order to maintain. In a utopian society, we wouldn't have to do that because right, crossing eyes. In a utopian society,
She's
we
talking
wouldn't
about
have
me.
to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
That's true.
everybody would be on their P's and Q's and everybody would be happy go lucky smelling the sunflowers every day. But we don't live in that. We live in the real world. We got attitudes, we got dysfunctions, and we got everything else under the moon.
That's very true. I do want to take a moment to go back to the comments. Sunshine said, as a mixed chick who is white passing, I go to the tanning bed. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Joseph said, JR is right. Depends on how many fucks can you give in one day. Every time I have to talk to someone, I put in a fake smile. That's true. And the one thing that sticks out to me, honestly, is that the world and society and social media, like, they don't like hearing the truth. Even on this podcast, when JR speaks his truth, he's a great example, or Zoe speaks his truth. Hell, even sometimes when Shelly speaks her truth, I don't like it. So sometimes, most of the time, we have to put on airs to make everybody else comfortable. Because if you're speaking your mind all the time, you ever have that one friend that you're like, damn, you just so rough with it. You just so blunt. And they're like, damn, I'm just saying how I feel. That's the one friend that you avoid talking to a lot of times. You don't want to, you're like, I'm not going to call her. I'm not going to tell her what's going on because she finna just cuss me out about this shit. And we avoid honesty and the truth and the reality. So I want to talk about that. Zoe, what do you think when I'm talking about that?
Shit, like I'm the type of person. If I have something to talk about, if I got questions, the first person I'm gonna call is the one that I think gonna be honest to me though. But that's me though.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's me though. So I don't care if you're gonna cuss me out. I know you're gonna say some real shit that I do need to hear. Not just what you ain't gonna be no yes man.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
But
That's
that's
true.
me though. Everybody, like you said, everybody, the society as a whole, don't like that though. They
They
want to
don't.
feel like they want to feel right, no matter how wrong they are. So
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I do get
That's
that. I mean, I understand that aspect of it. So like I said, I'm speaking on me though. So
that's true. I wanna take a moment just to highlight this one comment and give JR a moment to clap back. Sunshine said, I've been told that my work voice sounds like I work at a phone sex line. Oh wow. That means you got a nice smooth voice, girl. Get it, sunshine. Get it,
hey,
sunshine. She said, when does
it's
JR speak
high
the truth?
noon.
She said, when does JR speak the truth? JR, I'm gonna let you rebuttal.
It's high noon.
Okay
Uh
then. Okay
oh.
then.
Ah,
Okay
shit.
then.
Look
Take
here,
cover,
Pop
look
your
here,
ladies and
shit.
gentlemen. Take
Pop your
cover.
look
shit.
here, sunshine. Look here, sunshine. Let me tell you something. I love you, girl. You know that? I think you're a very beautiful, respectful woman. Light skin, tan and beds. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? If you was single, I'd hit your DMs up. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Now, with that being said, though,
Shots
right?
fired.
And she has her husband in her profile picture. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Shots fired.
I mean,
Yeah,
respectfully,
go
hit the
ahead.
DMs. Respectfully, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Type shit. 'Cause she's a beautiful woman. Now, look, let me tell you something. I don't.
Shots fired.
When I say I tell the truth, right? I'm telling you, I'm telling the truth. It's not my opinion of the truth. It's not my appreciation of the truth. Because my opinion is probably very dark and extra and goddamn uh, radical. But I'm gonna tell you what the society is trying to believe and trying to push and trying to do. And I'm gonna tell you the different things about women and men. So that's when I tell the truth, specifically when I'm talking about women. And I love women, just to let you know that, Sunshine. And I love you too, girl. All right. No clap back needed. No clap back. I think
Oh
Too
she
late.
wow.
She
fucks with
already
me.
clapped back. She already
Sunshine
clapped
fucks
Right.
with
back.
me.
She said I will block you so
Oh,
expeditiously.
block.
She
For
said
real.
I will block you so expeditiously.
You gonna be
Sunshine, you
Oh
block
hey,
me?
my
you gonna be
goodness.
gone. You gone forever. You
She would
gone
Forever,
never.
ever,
forever.
First
forever,
of all,
ever.
the
No.
lies I would tell to Sunshine, she would never block me.
Hey,
Oh my
just
Ever.
I,
goodness.
I'm a vouch for my dog. Though. I ain't gonna. I'm a vouch for my dog. Hold on, Sunshine was the one that says, "When do Jr. ever say the truth?"
Type
Yeah.
shit.
Yes.
He technically telling you the truth
That he
about
gonna
how
lie.
much he lie. Technically, he being honest.
That is true.
Technically,
It
technically,
is
I
true.
did. I did.
technically, he told you he finna lie to you.
No, but
So
you understand why though? I'm gonna tell you like this right here. I hate men who. Okay, this is gonna sound very contradicting, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate men who lie to women they want to commit to. Understand? I had to add that
Mhm.
want to commit to.
that makes sense though.
I really
That
do.
makes sense. That
I,
makes
I
sense.
that in itself is holding a woman hostage. And
Mhm.
because it is holding a woman hostage, I absolutely hate it. I truly believe that women should have the choice to choose. And by having the truth, they have that choice. By forming your lies to make sure you can obtain whatever you want from her, that by itself is holding a woman hostage. And it should be a crime. And I'm gonna be honest, I do it. All right. I do it at the beginning to get the, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these, you know what I'm saying? But if I want to commit to a woman, I want her to have the full choice to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I want her to have the full choice. But before that, a game is a game. Don't lose. I'm trying to win. That's what it is. But after that, like, stop lying to these women. Be honest with them, type shit. You know, Sunshine, I'll be honest with you forever. I love you, you know, respectfully with your husband, type shit. Type shit.
I feel like that's still fucked up though. Whether it like in that preliminary phase, it's almost worse. Like, great job for being honest to the woman that you want to commit to, but 9 times out of 10, you don't want to commit, right? That's what you said.
Who,
So
me?
all these other
That's
women, yeah, you. So all
Oh,
these other women that you don't want to commit to, that you're lying to, you're actually wasting her time, and you're preventing her from finding a man that actually does want to commit to her. Because even though you know you don't want to commit, she doesn't know that.
gee, I am
So
looking
you're
for my
still
queen.
lying.
I promise you that. I am looking
Since
for my
when? I
queen.
do want to. I do want to welcome in Tislo. Welcome into Life with G podcast. Welcome, welcome. First time we're seeing you in the chat. Thank you for tapping in. Sunshine said, "I feel you on that, Jr." I say that all the time. When it comes to dating, though, and the whole you ain't got a lot to kick it. I feel
Mm.
like when you don't have a personal relationship and you're not trying to get like physical, so like acquaintances, I could see kind of conforming a little bit. I give that a little bit more of a pass on social media. I give it more of a pass. But when we talk about something like dating, that's so much more personal, especially for women, most of the time. I got a problem with that. Keep it 100 from the jump. That's my thing.
You're right, G.
Mm.
However, I'm gonna say this: if we're still which we are, we're still talking about you ain't gotta fake it. We, when the dating world, we all fake it in the beginning because we. It is. It's the truth.
But you
That's
just said that
real.
you've never faked it, and now you just said, "See, I knew it. I
No,
knew
no,
it
No,
no,
was
no, no,
gonna
no, no,
come
no,
out."
no. She
no,
did it on the
no.
context of the normal
Yeah,
relationship,
yeah, no,
friends
I get
fitting
it.
in.
I get it. I
When it
get it. I
comes
get
to
it.
dating, she's saying exactly what we saying.
We right. We all fake, and here's why: you meet a partner, male, female, whatever floats your boat. Next thing you know, y'all don't always mesh up, right? So you may want to say it's being open minded, but you may be like, oh, yeah, I'm the biggest sports fan, whatever. Knowing good and well, you sitting there rolling your eyes like, I don't really want to watch this crap. But I'm going to sit here and do it because I really want to spend time with him and be with him. We do it's little things like that. Now, you may want to be like, okay, well, we just trying new things or I'm trying this. No, you're doing it because you want to please that person and you're wanting to go further with that. Now that's only if that's really what you want, unless you want the opposite end and you only trying to get it up, get it in, and get out.
I'm gonna be honest. I
That's
don't.
me.
As far as like things that I'm not interested in, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way. I will openly say, like, I have men ask me all the time, like, do you like sports? I don't go out of my way to watch sports. I don't know shit about what team to root for, stats, none of that stuff. But will I sit down and watch a game with you? Yeah, that's not a problem. I would get into that one specific game. Tell me what team you like, baby, and I'll support that one too. But that's not necessarily me lying. I'm being honest about the fact that I don't have a general interest. That's not something I go out of my way to do in general. I do want to mention Joseph's comment where he said, "But women don't waste men's time." I think everybody is guilty of wasting people's time.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to
Absolutely.
act like, but as far as being honest, I feel like everybody should be honest. But women can definitely string men along as well. Welcome in, Mike Frazier. Was good. Welcome to the chat. He said, "What are we talking about? We're talking about faking the funk. You ain't got to
Gee,
lie to kick it."
did you just say that you think everyone should be honest?
Yeah.
Did, G, that came from you,
When
G.
it comes to dating, that's what I
Oh,
said. When
oh,
it comes
oh,
to
oh.
dating.
So,
Now, if we're
so,
talking
so,
about
so
life
honesty
in
is
the
the best
world,
policy.
life in the world. Okay, and I told your ass to save this for the Lie to Me episode, but we're gonna get into it since he wants to get into it. Before we do though, I'm gonna get Ramsey's comment.
I'm
He
just
said
saying.
most dating profiles it's not straight up lying, but everyone is presenting their best selves and keeping the baggage in the closet till the right time. That's true.
It
That's
is.
true. A lot of those dating profiles where you see them being honest, where they're like, "Man, this is the fifth time I'm downloading this app. Please don't break my heart. Please, I want to." Those are the ones I'm not gonna swipe on that. You sound sad, and I don't want to be sad. Sunshine said, "My husband lied to me before we got married, and I let him know he took my choice of being with him from me." That's
That's
and
valid.
that's the problem.
Yeah,
In
Whoa.
as far as lying in terms of dating, because once
but
you
that,
invested so much time, then it's like, damn, now I love you. Now I'm in love. Now I made a commitment. What do I do
Ooh.
now?
Well, hold on
That's
now. Hey,
tough.
Sunshine, check your DMs.
I
That's all I'm
think
gonna say.
Stop it.
Respectfully. Respectfully.
You stop it.
Respectfully.
You stop.
Respectfully.
No,
Like
no, we're not
she
doing
just said
that.
she hostage.
So
hey,
Trying
she
to
a
be Mr.
hostage.
Super nigga.
no, 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 no.
God
You
damn.
Mr.
Oh
Super
my
nigga, huh?
goodness.
You gonna be Mr. Super nigga.
Man, you
Nah,
tripping,
he
G.
just
His
you doing
superpower
too much.
is the
That's my
power to lie.
homegirl. I do not approve, and she don't approve either. She says she will block you. Anyways,
Exactly.
Zoe, back to your comments since you want to get into the
Nah, we could save
line.
it.
Uh-oh.
We could save it. We could save
Well,
it. We
no,
could
you
save
already
it.
started it. Now,
Nah,
see,
nah,
you
pull it
should have been
up.
quiet
'Cause I
then.
want to talk
So,
about it. I want to
the
talk
lie
about
to
it.
me. This is what I'm talking about. You went ahead and did it. Anyways, when we were going on, we were on TikTok live, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I had made a
Yeah.
comment. I had made the comment that I have a couple lies that I have kept to myself that I may take to the grave for one reason or the other, and I personally do not regret lying about those things, nor do I feel guilty about lying about those things, and I think that they were absolutely necessary.
Hmm.
So, what you got to say to me, Zoe?
Mm, mm, mm.
I was just saying how you said you felt honesty is not the best policy, and then you just said everybody
When
needs to
I'm
be
talking
honest.
about when I'm talking about dating, I just said I co-sign conforming in certain things, omitting certain things with the general population and on social
But
media.
okay, so even when it goes back to you saying that there's some lies that you'll take to your, I'm pretty sure there's some
Yeah,
things that everybody will take to
that's
their
for the
grave.
greater good. It's for the
O-
greater good.
Okay, so look how far that lie has taken you lying about it.
It took me very far. I benefited a lot from
I
that
don't,
lie, and
and
I'll continue to benefit from that lie. Actually,
I don't
but
condone in lies. I
I
don't
do.
condone in lying though. I don't condone
I
in
get it.
lying,
I
but
get it. But I want to say this. I said honesty is the best policy. I didn't say it was the only policy. So you missed
Hmm.
that part. I didn't say it was the only
Facts.
policy. Sometimes you have to lie. Look, you gonna look at me and tell me you ain't never lied.
I ain't gonna say it. I would lie to you. That'll be a lie. Me tell you, I ain't. Nope, I ain't never lie.
Exactly.
I ain't never lie. Nope.
Exactly.
I lie all the time. Man, let me tell you something.
We
Y'all
know
need
you
to
lie all
start
the time,
lying
Sarah.
more. Y'all don't lie enough. All right.
No, I think
No,
I ain't
but
gonna lie though. I think I ain't gonna lies. I think lies really stab people deep though. I
No.
think lies stab people real deep. So it depends on what you're
nah.
lying about. I lie to the police all the time. That ain't nothing. But if we talking
Yo.
about personally, as far as like friendship or relationship and all that type of stuff, I don't think you should lie. I think you need to let people know what the fuck they really dealing with. That's just my opinion. Because you're expecting that person to spend the rest of their life with you, right?
On
I'm gonna
on
say
that
this.
commitment level.
On
Yeah.
a commitment
So
level,
I
that's
think
that's different though.
I think it's only fair that you let that person know, like, Hey, this is what you did. This is the type of shit that you're dealing with. Like, you sure you want to be with that for the rest of your life?
Now, depending on what it is,
I
because
was
a
gonna
lot of
say.
times it depends on what it is, though. And I'm gonna say this: we lie to protect ourselves. We
Hmm.
tell the truth to absolve our guilt.
Mm.
I don't feel guilty, so I don't know what that like. I don't know what that like. I'm like,
Yeah,
You have
I
no soul,
I
Jr.
don't know what that's like. Y'all tripping. Y'all
No, but
tripping.
it's the truth.
Mm-mm.
It's the truth,
No,
though.
I don't think I be feeling guilty because I mean, like, if I ever did some shit, as I may have moments when I'm like, damn, that wasn't the best decision for me to do, or that wasn't the
All right,
best decision for me to make. But I do be feeling like, shit, I did that shit. Like, shit,
all
I
right.
did that
So
shit.
let me ask you a question. Hypothetically, you rocking with a shorty, y'all kicking it, y'all locked in.
Hmm.
You go and cheat on her. You don't feel guilty behind that?
If I want to cheat, see, I'm not a cheater. I ain't gonna lie, I'm really not a cheater.
You gotta
So
ask me that one.
if I went and fucked
I don't.
another bitch, if I went and fucked another bitch 10 times out of 10, I already kind of told you, like, look, I'm finna go do this over here, and I went and did it for real. You probably
Why
didn't
not
Hey,
even
just
think I was
leave
finna go do
her?
it,
Ugh.
just leave.
Why I
brother.
wanna
That's
leave her
Listen,
ugh.
for?
That's
I
ugh.
Why I
mean, I
wanna leave
mean,
her
it,
for?
I mean, hold on,
Because
well,
obviously you don't want her.
What
What?
if she bring more stuff
nah,
to the
that you can't say
table?
that. You can't say that. You can't say that
So then
because
what the hell are you doing going and then why are you going and sleeping with somebody else?
There's multiple reasons to go and sleep with another woman.
Shut up,
Multiple
Shut
reasons.
Jr.
up.
Shut
Y'all
up,
just don't agree with. See,
Jr.
there you go
Shut
again. Y'all
it
gonna think
up.
don't.
I'm
They,
dogging
they,
women.
I
I
ain't
ain't
gonna lie though.
dogging
I ain't gonna
women.
lie though.
I'm just
Why?
telling the
Females,
Hold on.
truth.
y'all don't.
Okay,
Y'all really just
why?
don't agree with that
Okay,
shit,
let me
bro.
ask you this. Give
Why
me
would we?
2 reasons why it is okay to go and have sexual intercourse with someone else that is not your committed partner.
I'm not
Give me
saying it's
two
okay.
reasons.
I never
From
said
a
it
guy,
was
from a guy's
okay
perspective, or from a
from the
woman's.
female's perspective because women don't think it's okay. So I'm not going to say it's okay. I'm just going to tell you that having sex is very, very important to men. And if a woman is incapable of having sex at that time, then I don't think it's a problem if a man, you know,
Well, what is that time, Jr.? I mean, what you trying to say? If I'm laid up in bed because I didn't got hospitalized, I got to worry about you going and sticking your tallowacker in somebody else because
if
I'm
you
sick.
got hospitalized and you're telling me no, because you got hospitalized, we can still do it. But if you're telling me no, that's a time. And most women have said no to sex with their partner.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But
Yeah,
why would
so
you?
I'm
But
just
why
I'm
would
I'm
you?
just saying if y'all need
Why would
Because
we
protection, y'all
what?
call
Why
the
would we
cops.
say
That's what
no
I'm
to
saying.
sex?
That's what
Why
I'm
would
saying.
we
Yeah,
decline
because
sex?
you may
Because
not
we
be in the
this is your
don't.
mood.
partner. This is not just some nigga you met yesterday. This is your partner. Like,
Just
y'all
because you my
committed.
partner, that bro, just because you my partner don't mean you got instant access to my cat
Yes, I
constantly.
do.
No, you don't.
How do I
It is
What?
not?
still
That's a
mine.
How
It
do
is
I
still.
not?
What?
It is.
Zoe
You
telling
don't
the
have.
truth
Alright.
today.
I'm
Hold
just
up.
being honest. How do I
You
not?
don't because
We
in other
committed.
words, we're committed, right? But
Yeah, we
same
talking
time,
marriage.
you don't.
Yeah.
We're talking marriage. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
instant access, so that means even if I'm not in the mood, I'm supposed to give it up. Even though
Yes.
you
Hey, I just want to
no.
quote. This is Zoe talking. I just want to make
Yes.
sure we quote that shit the fuck
What
up.
you
This
mean?
shit is Zoe talking.
No,
You're not supposed to
no,
tell me no.
no,
I'm not supposed to tell you no.
Uh oh. Oh
No.
no,
shit. G
What
no.
if
came in it.
what I
Fuck.
have what I what if I have some sort of medical issue and it's painful for me to have sex?
Okay,
Mm.
but you know that
Okay.
if
All
I'm being
right. What if
considerate
I'm
of
depressed?
if
What if
I'm
I'm
being
depressed
if
and
you
I'm stressed
depressed,
out?
that's the problem because you're saying no. Of
All
course you're gonna
right,
be depressed.
Okay, we talked about
bro.
this multiple times on the podcast, and y'all do
I'm
not possess Dick's vapor rub. Okay, your dick is
Exactly.
not a cure all. Your dick is not gonna solve my fucking depression just because you stick it in. And half the time, y'all ain't even getting your woman off. So let's be real
Correct.
about that.
Oh, I
Let's
don't
Correct.
know.
be
You
real
talking
about
to the
that.
wrong
Let's
one.
No,
let's
she
be
talking to
Talking,
me.
Correct.
She definitely
yeah,
talking to
yeah,
me.
yeah, you ain't talking to
Correct.
me.
She talking to me
Correct.
because hey,
Y'all
hold
be
on.
acting
Talking to
like
me.
you be serving grade A dick and making sure your shorty gets off every time. 9 times out of 10,
Hey,
your
yeah,
woman is probably not getting off. I
she
do.
definitely talking to D plus.
She definitely talking to me because D plus is
Well,
important
I
over
don't
here.
know because a lot of women lie to men about getting off in the first place just to make sure that you feel good, so your
Right.
ego is
Stroke the
bruised.
Well, I don't
ego.
care
Joseph
about how
said.
they lie.
Joseph
No,
said,
no,
"How
you ain't
long
got
do
a lot
you
of
wait
me.
if you're married?" Joseph said, "How long do you wait if you're married?" I think we talked about this the last time
Yeah.
that we went live, and I really think that's just a discussion. There's so many factors that go into that, but
Wait
Hold on,
for
wait
open
what?
what? Wait
communication,
for what?
open
What you waiting for?
communication.
How long
Waiting,
you
how long do you wait
to
in
step
between having
out
sex if you're married?
or to step out if she tells you no? And I'm gonna say this while y'all think
Oh
about that
no, that's
answer. If
immediately.
a woman is telling
Not
you no,
immediately. Oh
a
my
lot
god.
of times there's an underlining issue. And if you are her man, you are her husband, it is your job to figure out what that issue is. Because for me, just to lay there and starfish just so you can get your freaking rocks off, it's freaking wrong.
Oh hell no, 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 no. Ain't no starfish. We ain't gonna do that because
If I'm not in the mood, then what else I'm
I'm
supposed to
gonna
do?
Well, let me
I'm
You want
gonna
me to
wait.
I'm
fake
gonna
Well, hold
it?
on,
starfish
hold
them.
on, hold on.
You want me to fake
Let
it?
because maybe Zoe only wants it like once a week. So how often are you
Who?
asking your woman for sex?
Who?
I'm
Once a week.
asking you. Don't get offended. I'm
Oh,
asking you.
you
How
talking about once a
often
week?
how often would you be asking or expecting your woman to put out? Because that
Mm,
matters as well.
mm. Go ahead,
At
Zoe.
least, at least about 4 times a week, 5 times a week.
You trying to wear her?
At least, at
You
I was
least.
trying to
about to
get her
say
And,
about
pregnant.
and, and,
You
For
trying
real?
to
and
get her
Cause you trying to
pregnant.
get
You
some
trying to keep her in
babies.
the house.
I'm
Baby, you
just
ain't going
saying, cause
nowhere.
I'm man, who like, man, it's hard out here in the world. Like, I'm a black man in the world, man. Who I need to come release myself.
Hey,
You
you
can
got
find other ways to release
it's
other
yourself
women.
as
You
exactly.
well.
said women wrong, not ways. Other women.
Shut
There
No,
up,
you
there
go.
are other. Shut up,
JR.
Jr.
I got you, Zoe. I got you, my nigga.
Jesus.
There are plenty of other ways to release yourself. And I'm
Women.
gonna say this: if that is your only way of releasing yourself,
No,
then
that's
you need
not
to
the
do.
only way. I'm
Okay,
not
then,
saying it's the
but you
only
can't.
way.
But you can't sit. All right. And realistically,
Uh
let's
huh.
think about this realistically
Uh
for a
huh.
second. You work anywhere from 8 to 10 hours out of a day. Add
Mhm.
in 2 hours for traveling. That's 12 hours right there. You
Mhm.
still got to maintain your house. And if you
Mhm.
got children, you got to take care of the kids. Tell
Mhm.
me, where in the world are we gonna get it in 4 times a week if we got all this going on? People get tired.
You
All
better
right.
figure it out.
I
You got
get
to
up.
figure it out.
Let's just say I wake up at like 5 in the morning. I gotta be to work by 6. I probably don't get off till like 3 or 4. I get home, clean the house, cook, eat, all that shit. We're gonna be getting ready for bed by what 9, 8 or 9, maybe 10.
About 10 and
What you mean
change.
from about 10 to about 11, just to make sure you get some good sleep in, and I get some good sleep in. Yeah, hey, let me feel that. I need to feel you, baby. Come here.
Are you
10, 10,
switching it up
11
though?
ain't too
You know what?
much.
What
I
you
feel like we're
mean?
getting too deep into the sex talk because I just feel like you got to make sure that you keeping it spicy if you're asking for it that often as well. A lot of
No,
y'all
Exactly.
of
just like
course.
five pump hit a quitter type motherfuckers. Anyways, I'm not saying you are, so don't get upset. I'm just saying a lot of
But
men
I'm just
that
saying. I'm
I
just
know
saying.
of.
And
Anyways,
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sunshine said if I tell my husband no, he better accept it and understand I ain't in the mood.
So
right.
hold on, wait.
Joseph said he's asking just once a week. Once a week, I feel like is reasonable, obviously, unless she's on her time or there's a medical issue or something like that. If your shorty doesn't want to have sex with you once a week, it's a little shaky. Ramsey
Yeah.
says some days 2 or 3 rounds. Some days do be like that, Ramsey's.
Exactly.
Some days do
Next
be like that.
case.
Joseph said release with another woman. He's laughing about that.
But he ain't
JR, of course, made
disagreeing.
that
But he
comment.
not disagreeing.
Michael Green, welcome in. Welcome to Life with You podcast. Thank you for tapping in the chat, sir. He thinks this conversation is funny.
Well,
All right.
I
look.
did, look.
Can I
Go
get?
ahead, Jr.
I
Yeah,
need
get
to
in.
explain what Zoe is talking about
All
because Zoe
right.
is a real nigga right now. He's
Don't
saying
forget.
some real shit.
Hey, I'm always a real nigga, but real quick, please don't forget that. I just want to say this one part. Don't forget what you're finna say. I'm not trying to take it to religion. I'm not trying to be religious at all. But if we married, your body is no longer yours, and my body is no longer mine. Meaning,
Correct.
meaning, when you want it, I'm obligated to give it to you. When
And
I
guess
want it, you're obligated to give it to me.
no, because if your body is my body is your body. If you telling me you want it, I'm telling your body no. So I'm overriding your body right there. Enough
Nah,
said.
no, that
Come
that
on,
ain't
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it.
Jr.
yeah.
Say
It's
what you gotta
about
say, Jr.
communication.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Say what you gotta
Jr.
say,
Go ahead,
Jr.
Look,
Jr.
That shit crazy.
look,
Go
Zoe.
ahead.
Now, look, I disagree with you on that part to a certain degree, only because at the end of the day, if they say no, then it's okay for them to say no. All right. I tell this all the time. If a woman says no, accept that no. Take that L and then replace her. Trade her in for a new model, whatever you need to do. But you got to accept it though, because she gonna do the same to you the second she needs help, and she gotta call the cops and you right there next to her and you ain't gonna help. She gonna get rid of your ass quick as shit. So
That's
get
not
rid of her.
true.
What? No, don't.
Yes,
If y'all
it
the fact that you can even call the cops while you in a relationship means I should go out there and go get me a little bitty bop when I need some sex and you ain't
What is
available. That's all I'm saying.
What?
If you
What?
go get in a car accident and the man is mad at you, you calling the cops. Cause I'm not available at that time. That's my job to protect you.
Jr. Jr.
That's a fact.
Sweetheart,
That's a
it's
fact.
emergency services. Their livelihood is to react in said emergencies.
Oh God, see,
They
this
have
is look at
tools.
women's
They
splaining.
have tools and
Women's
authority
splaining.
and shit. Women's planning. I know
Because you're
you
trying
did
to you're
not.
trying to say
Motherfucker,
that
what?
your emergency is
What?
not is not equivalent to our sex emergency. That's a sex emergency.
You just said a car
the
wreck,
bro-
senor. Do
Yes.
you hear yourself?
Are
Yes.
you going to die without sex, Jr.? Yes or
Yes.
no? Are you
Their
going to
penis
die?
actually,
He
when a
might.
man doesn't have
He
sex,
might.
their penis falls off and they become a
Mm.
bitch. Anyways,
First of all,
yeah.
first of
so
all,
that's-
what?
What happened?
What?
What happened?
Hold
What
on,
happened?
fact
I
check
thought we were
that.
just
That's
saying.
it,
I thought we were
wow.
saying
Fact
random
check
shit
that.
that didn't make sense because you saying that she shouldn't have called the cops in a case of an emergency is
I'm not saying that.
wild.
I'm not saying
So
that. I'm
that
saying
is what you
you
do.
should.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying you should, just like we should, call the side chick, the bitty bop, the old shorty, whatever it may be. That's all I'm saying. If you can say no, then we can say no, but we can't actually say no if you need protection. We can't, because if we do, y'all getting rid of us. So y'all shouldn't be able to say no neither, like Zoe said. But if you do, don't make her. Just get rid of her. That's all I'm saying, my
I want to
kings.
understand how did you do? I want to understand how what did you disagree with then, Jr.
No, I disagree with the whole like she's obligated to do so. She's not obligated, but she has repercussions with any answers and actions that she has.
Y'all make
you
my
gotta get rid
skin
of her.
crawl. Y'all
I
make my
understand what you're
skin
saying.
crawl.
What do you mean? Tell me, G.
Okay, no,
I gotta
because
ask you a question.
the reality is,
Oh God, reality.
if you are, yeah, because y'all be acting like I'm just sunshine and unicorn shit.
I'm
and
trying to
all
ask you
this
a question
stuff.
that is gonna answer
Right,
this.
and okay. Reality is, if your partner, whether it is the man or the woman, is saying no to sex, that means that there is consistently, and it's not a medical issue, there is something going on in your relationship where one of you, if not both of you, are not doing your job.
Right.
You're not
Nah.
doing your job.
You
So
it's
if
not
you're not, can I
true.
finish? Can I finish?
Yeah, but
Déjame
go
hablar.
ahead, please,
So
because I
if
want
the
to
man
rebuttal.
isn't doing his job, if I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, right, and he's coming home from work and I got dinner made, I got the house clean, laundry on deck, I'm speaking words of affirmation to him, all this other stuff, giving him a massage, all that shit. I'm doing all that shit, but he's not pouring into me. He's not making me feel loved. He's not making me feel seen. He's not making me feel sexy. But he
Yeah.
wants me to bust it wide open so
Yeah,
he can get a 5 pump hit a quitter in.
yeah.
Why? You're not doing your job as my man. I don't want to have sex with you. You're not turning me on. You actually disgust me. That is
then-
9 times out of 10 why a woman is consistently telling you no, because you're not doing your job
All right.
as her partner.
Then why he can't go get a new biddy? Why he
Because you're
can't?
not
Hold on,
working
hold
on
on, hold
yourself.
on.
You're assuming that the
Oh my
woman is the
God.
problem, and the
Let me
woman
ask you
isn't
this
always the
question, G.
problem.
Let me ask you this question, G. Throughout that whole time of everything you just said,
Hmm.
you cook, you clean, you make sure the kids good, you make sure the house straight, you make sure you give him words of affirmation, telling him he a king, I believe in you, all of that shit, right?
Mhm.
And but you telling me that you not turned on by this guy, and you not finna go find some other dick. That's what you
Mm.
telling me, for real?
What you're missing the part where I'm saying I'm consistently doing my job, but he's not pouring into me.
Uh-huh.
Because the thing about a commitment is, regardless
Mhm.
of whether that other person shows up or not, you are still expected to hold the weight. Matter of fact, when your partner isn't showing up, you then take some of their load as well. But you got me fucked up if you think I'm going to be pulling both of our weight and I'm also going to hand over this pussy.
This coochie.
Why?
Sorry.
Coochie. Sorry, TikTok. My bad. And also hand you my coochie. That's crazy. Why would you get a reward? You haven't done anything to earn it. And I'm not saying that's in every situation, but a lot of
You haven't done
times,
nothing to earn it.
women are
Please.
withholding sex from their partner because they are not feeling seen. They're not getting attention. They're not getting love. So they don't want to have sex. You remember, women are emotional. We have to be emotionally turned on in order to want to have sex with you.
Men,
So
this is
why
the
you guys
whole
not
lie
keeping that
thing. This is the whole lie thing right here, right? That men are lying, staying in a relationship with any woman that tells them no to sex. Men are lying, and they consistently lie and be in that relationship and just sit there. And I think those are the most insecure men, because don't get me wrong, there's also stuff that you could lose, so they're not completely insecure. But if you are afraid to leave your woman because you don't think you can get another one, that makes you insecure. And because of that, that's a big problem when it comes to these men accepting or tolerating bullshit from women. And that right there, G, is absolute bullshit. It's
How is that
bullshit.
bullshit?
Y'all
How
would
is that
leave men for
bullshit?
less. Y'all would leave men for less.
That's
Y'all know why he
not
even
true.
G, why he even talked to you? Why did he even talk to you in the first place?
What do you mean?
Why did a man even come to speak to you in the first place? Any man. What the hell did they come to talk to you about in the first place?
Obviously, there has to be an attraction in the beginning. 9 times out of 10, there is an attraction, but that's not what makes that shouldn't be what makes him stay. Me handing you my coochie is not the only value that I bring to a relationship.
Well, I'm gonna
So
give
if
you the
I'm
truth.
doing everything else, but for whatever reason we're not able to be intimate right now, you better put in work to try to get us there and not automatically jump ship and go
Shit.
fuck with the next
No,
girl.
Kings jumped that ship.
No.
Fuck that.
How about
Jump
how
that
about
ship.
how about
Y'all
instead of you just telling me no and leaving that blank space for me to figure it out, why don't you say, well, why don't you tell me straight? Well, baby, you're not doing this. Baby,
Well, we
you're not
didn't say
doing
that
that.
they weren't giving the
What's up
reasons.
with
We
this
didn't
and that?
That
say
ain't gonna work.
we
Wait,
didn't
do
say
do
that
that.
they
No,
weren't
hold
giving
up.
the reasons.
Damn, Zoe, why you open
Man.
that door? God damn it. No, that's not the
Bruh,
door.
Because
first of all,
we're
go
missing
ahead,
a couple comments, so I do want to get to the comments really, really quickly. Michael Green said, "Not sure if that's the same thing at all." Joseph said, "If the man is not the only one working and bringing in the money and food, why can't he get some bang bang?" Okay, if he is the only one. Ramsey said, "I can accept not being in the mood a week or two, but if we not having sex 2 weeks in a row, we need to have a more in-depth conversation about what's going on in the relationship." I can see
Weeks in
that.
a row?
Joseph said, "If the man is the only one." Okay, got you. That's what I thought you said. Robert said, "No, it falls off if your woman makes more money." Ooh,
Yep.
about
Play shit. Play shit.
it doesn't. It
It do.
doesn't. Y'all
Yeah,
act
yeah,
like it does though.
yeah.
Julie said that kind of sex that sends you to the ER. Facts, and that's a real thing. Y'all got to be careful out here.
For
I'm
real.
Be
tripping.
careful. Michael said at that point though, why are you with them? We specifically started talking about not having sex in a marriage though. So if we're keeping that context, it's
Right.
not that easy. We shouldn't be able to just get up and leave. We got to work through this. We're in a marriage.
Fuck no.
Robert said, "I went over a year without sex with my ex-wife. I have the ability to get another woman." Brenda said, "Joseph, you
Ex-wife.
hush." Oh, Brenda came in and said, "Joseph, you hush."
You caught that.
Welcome in, Brenda. Oh, wait a minute.
Welcome in, Brenda.
Oh, check out that last name. Check out that last name.
Joseph,
That,
you hush.
that must be his wife.
Oh, hey, I love it. Hey, you know what? That's what it's all about. Shout out Joseph and Brenda. That's what it's all about. You get them, girl. All I'm saying is, if we're talking about a marriage, you guys should not be jumping ship automatically and being like, "Well, she
Right.
didn't pass me her coochie today. Let me go get this one." Why?
Exactly.
If we talk
You're
about
putting so much
marriage,
at risk.
if we talk about marriage, she shouldn't be telling you no.
Do the
Okay,
work.
you don't own her. You don't own her.
Okay.
Free will. The same
Okay.
way, because I guarantee you, you're not doing everything that she wants you to do. So
Exactly.
imagine if the same thing applied. The moment you don't show up as a man, she's automatically leaving. And as much as you guys want to say that happens, that doesn't always happen.
Doesn't.
Yes,
Women's
it does.
No, it
listen.
doesn't.
A-
No, it
hold
doesn't.
up.
No,
Hold up.
it
Hold up. Hold up.
doesn't.
Hold up. A real woman, and I said, oh, a real woman will stand with her man 10 toes down to the bitter end. We're gonna wallow in the streets together. You know why? Because one, she got love for him, and two, she sees the potential of him coming back into it. The problem is men don't always see the value in women. Y'all do what y'all gotta do, and y'all are selfish, and then y'all don't want to turn back around. And then when we tell you something, oh, why you gotta nag me? I told y'all the other episode, women got 3 to 4 levels to them. The whole problem is y'all be missing out on those first 2 to 3. That's the issue right there. So instead of me sitting up here nagging at you constantly, baby, this is what I need. Baby, this is what I need. Baby, this is what I need. You know what? So let me take from you what you really want so that you can give me what the fuck I need.
Exactly. Weaponizing sexual access. That
And
is
guess
what it's
what?
called.
Oh
Men
my God.
Weaponizing
And you
weaponize-
sexual
guys
access.
aren't. You
Men
guys aren't
weaponize
by
their
threatening to
competence.
go and have sex with somebody else.
Exactly.
Nope.
The
Men
moment you
don't.
get
First of
what
all,
you want,
men
that
don't
is
do
Hold
that.
on.
that's
Yes,
manipulating
y'all
her.
do.
No. What man have you ever dated and said, if you tell me no, I'ma leave you?
Exactly.
Let me
Not
tell you
one.
something.
So stop doing that. Stop doing stop doing
See,
that.
this is what I'm talking about. Y'all assume a lot of shit about women, but you don't have vagina. So
We
I
just
asked a
asked the
question.
question.
I
That's
just
the
asked a
You
question.
keep
question.
talking about like it's
I
no
didn't
woman
assume
that's ever done
anything.
that. I'm
We
trying
we
to
asked
get,
you.
but whenever I paused for a moment to get my words together, y'all was like, exactly.
Well, then
I
answer
didn't
it.
answer. I didn't. I'm trying to. Okay, listen. I'm gonna take a moment.
Thank you, because you coming at us like
Brenda
we the one
says
who said it.
standing on business right here. Say that shit loud, girl. Men do say that. The fuck. Okay, listen. My ex-husband, the marriage that I was in, and the reason I didn't want to bring this up at first is because I know we don't like to make it personal because then we really gonna start getting triggered. But I'm gonna keep this real short and sweet. That was an issue. I did give it to him whenever he wanted. I was a very good wife. I
Mhm.
wasn't perfect, but I was a very good wife. That still wasn't enough. When we separated and we were trying to work things out, he immediately wanted time, attention, and coochie. That's what he wanted. That's all he asked me of. And to him, that was easy. And I'm looking at him like, make me want to give it to you. Why do you think you automatically deserve my time, attention, and that when you haven't earned it? So we were never able to work things out. Literally, we were married for 4 years, together for 6 altogether, and we weren't able to work things out because he didn't understand that he couldn't get immediate access to me sexually on a consistent basis because he didn't want to put in the work. And that's what I'm talking about. So you sitting there, oh, when does that happen? I've been through that. I've been through that.
That's not what
Anyways,
we're
and I know I'm
saying,
not the
G.
only one, but it
G.
is because that was an issue.
Okay, well,
That was an
listen.
issue. He wasn't showing up and then he would go cheat. That
Okay,
happens a lot.
cool. What I am saying is that the equivalence of it is not even close, is what I am trying to say. Is that when it comes to men, if they tell you no, there's like an 80% chance the relationship's ended. When it comes to something that's important to you women, if it's something important, the relationship will end if a man tells you no. Now, the opposite way, men are going to lie to kick it the entire time in that relationship if y'all don't do what they say. They will stick around the entire time, hating it, going into a survival mode. And when a man gets into a survival mode, I promise you don't like him because he is just trying to live the next day. Men find shit to live for. Women find shit to die for. Men are okay with already being gone. They are trying and trying and trying. That is the difference. We're not the same. So when you sit here and think about cheating, sex, and all that stuff, that is your way of looking at it. Men, it's a lot different. And I promise you, these niggas who think it's not, they are lying their ass off right now trying to tell you sex ain't that important. The fuck out of here. It is probably the most, I'm telling you right now, any man in a relationship, if you say she still cooks, cleans, does all that good stuff, but she'll never have sex with you again, every man in their mind is like, the fuck I need her for then? On God. So to think that it's not that important, I promise you, G, it is very important. I promise you.
I didn't say that it wasn't important, but we're talking about the extreme of if
A
she
car
took,
crash.
go ahead and go on to the next one.
I'm talking
That's
about car
what
crash
we're
important.
talking about.
I'm talking
And
about car
JR.
crash important. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about real important.
JR, let's think about this for a second.
Go ahead.
Based on your comment, and this is gonna be the last time I say this. Based on your comment, you're trying to say that women don't ride for their man. Is your comment? Is the gist of your comment? Guess what? You're wrong. Because 9 out of 10 times that woman will sit there, they will take them back from cheating. They will take them back from disrespecting them. They will take them back from physical abuse, from not doing the smallest little things, for being underappreciated. And that woman will ride until the last dime. But the problem is, most times women, we leave mentally and emotionally, and the physical is the last part to go. Y'all don't be recognizing that. That's the real issue right there. So that whole time when we're slowly exiting, we're still riding with you, praying to God that you get your shit together because we really want you at the end of the day.
Look,
Yeah, I do
Shelly,
wanna
that
that's
shit
not all
is
women though. I will
false
say
as
that.
hell. Let me tell you something, right? And I want to ask all the women in the chat, all you two also. And I've asked this multiple times, and everybody always says the same answer. If you and your man are walking down the street, and another man slaps you on the ass and says, "Damn, shorty, let me get a piece of that cake," and your man looks at that man and then looks at you, and then he's like, I just don't feel like protecting you today. I'm just kind of tired right now, protecting you right now. his ass is gone. It's gone. He's gone. That is that important to a woman. It's so important. He's gone. So women, I want to ask you, are you going to stay 10 toes down with your man if another man comes, slaps you on the ass, says, let me get that cake, and your man says, I don't feel like protecting you right now? How many of y'all are staying?
You don't want my answer.
Because you not.
Why are
Oh,
you
no, I wanna
equating
hear- I wanna
protection
hear
to
both-
I wanna hear
sex?
both
Why
y'all
are you
answer it.
why are you equating protection to sex? Those
Because that's very important to women, just like sex is very important to men. But y'all don't understand that
sex
y'all.
is important to women as well,
That's not-
JR.
It's not the. I
Not
promise
like
you,
men.
it's not
Not
the
like for
same.
men.
I promise
That's
you, it's not the
because
same.
Not like it is for
because
men.
that's all y'all care about.
That's what I'm
all
trying
y'all
to
care
say.
about.
That's what I'm
That's
trying
the
to say.
problem.
I can't say
No,
I
get
can't
it.
say that's
get it.
all I can't say that's all men care about, but it's a very big factor. It's the hugest factor. I ain't gonna lie. It is one of the hugest factors.
And y'all just don't like it. It's the
that's
truth.
the problem. Y'all need to get past the physical because again, we're talking about a marriage. There's more than her coochie that made you want to put a ring on her finger. So it doesn't hold that much importance for y'all to be equating it to protection. That physical intimacy is important. I'm not saying that it's not. But when we're talking about you better give it to me or I'm gonna go out here, you're not protecting her. You're not protecting her when you're sleeping with somebody else. You can't be. You're not. And that is my opinion. We can agree to disagree on that one.
I'm not saying you're
Um,
wrong. You're right. You're right about that.
Joseph, I do want to get back to the comments. Joseph said, was he providing for you when I was telling my story? We both were working. So we both were providing. Brenda said, I'll have to ask Joseph. Yeah, they gonna have a little conversation after this. It's gonna get a little spicy. It's gonna get spicy in the house. Brenda said, I'm fighting in the street. Sunshine said he ain't a real man if he does that.
Thank
Joseph said, oh shit, my wife rides for me but won't for cheating. That exactly. Diosa Maria, what's up? Welcome into another episode. Welcome. She said that's not the same thing. Julie said both are getting tased. All right. Sunshine said, I mean, I fight men. So, and Brenda said, Joseph, definitely not for cheating. You know, I'll leave fast as fuck, but I'll ride for everything, but not cheating.
Exactly.
And Diosa said that comparison is wild. I agree. That comparison is wild, but
That's not a wild comparison.
regardless,
That's very normal though.
I mean,
How's
I
that
get
not
it.
normal,
I get
though?
it. I understand. The men really, really prioritize getting your dinglings wet, and women really, really prioritize wanting to feel emotionally connected and protected. So, where's the middle
Wait,
ground?
time out,
Where's
time
the
out, time
middle
out, time out, time out.
ground?
Hold on, G. Don't say. Look, first of all, men
What?
prioritize a very, very essential sense of intimacy. That's how men connect. That's how men communicate. Sex is so important on so many different aspects of a man. Don't just say you're dingling wet
You're
and then
not
say
giving men
women
enough
is.
credit. You're not
Why-
giving men enough credit. You're
why are you
literally
trying to
acting like
bring it
men are
up?
just penises walking around, and that's their whole purpose. You're not giving them enough
What?
credit. Men are able to bond with their woman outside of sex. In fact, I recommend it.
I'm
That's
not
a-
saying that. I'm not saying that because women are able to bond with their man outside of them having to ever protect them. Some women never need protection. But like I
Okay.
said, if the situation comes up to where they will leave their man if he's not there. Now, on the opposite way, men aren't going to do it. They are going to lie to themselves and kick it the entire way through. That's what they're going to do. That's
On
what
the
they're going to do.
on
That's
the behalf of Life with G podcast, women, all hey, we us real kings protect y'all beautiful women. You feel me? We protect y'all.
yeah,
Ain't no
protect
women
me
that
from your
don't need
mindset.
protection.
Protect me from that mindset
I'll
y'all
fight
got
for my
over
us
there.
women.
Protect
kings
us from that
protect
mindset
all
y'all got.
women. You feel me?
Protection, you do
y'all-
understand. You do understand protection is more than just physical, right? What are you doing to protect my spiritual? What are you doing to protect my mental, my emotional? You want to take control of my body. Take control of all of that first.
Men be
I agree.
single.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
right.
is
I was
so
for that one. Yeah, right for that
crazy.
one.
That
I
is
swear
so
to God, bro.
crazy.
Shit.
But I do
I
want to
disagree with
take
that
it
one.
back to the core of what this podcast platform is all about. We're building a sense of community. We're showing that men and women can get along despite these spicy conversations. I fuck with both of them heavy, and I fuck with everybody in the
Absolutely.
comments. That being said, I get it. Women and men think differently. We
Very.
operate differently, but women for heterosexual relationships I'm talking about, women need a man needs a woman. I think that is a great thing to have, is that lifelong partner. So how do we come to a common ground of what should be valued in a relationship? Men, if you can't control her coochie, which I know is like a foreign concept, but just for shit's sake, if she does have free will and decides to tell you no one time, what is a way that you feel like you can bond back with your partner without having to go cheat?
it wasn't
Nah.
it wasn't about having control. That's not what I was pushing for. It wasn't about having control. I'm just saying that I want that sixth love language. That's should be a requirement. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But anywho, what you were saying about
He said it's not about having control
What?
after you
it's
said
not about
you
control though.
owe me your coochie.
You did say
Yeah,
that.
like that's it's
You said you better give it to me. You said she cannot tell you no.
oh like JR said she can. She can. You can do what you please, baby. Do
Yeah,
what you
and she
tell me
should.
what you want to tell me.
Honestly though.
You
So
right.
G,
You
let
was
me
right
answer
about
it.
that,
Let me
JR.
answer it though, because G makes a good point. This is what I would say right here, right? Now, again, men are out here always lying. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime they in a relationship, they're normally lying because they can't actually say what they think because they're gonna lose probably the relationship a lot of the times. Because men's minds are wild, I promise you that. But if you are in that position to where your woman is just not sexually driven anymore, like as a man, there's certain things that you just have to do. And that's, what I'm saying, you got to get her back there. You have to remind yourself why she fell in love in the first place, why she even got to you in the first place. And sometimes that's not a good thing. Sometimes it can come out to look very bad. Like you have to go prioritize something else. So then she sees that you're ambitious again, like prioritize the gym or prioritize whatever it may need. So she's like, oh yeah, this is what he was on. This is that's his ambition. That's his drive. So yeah, I mean, you could do certain other things. I'm gonna tell the Kings off rip. Trade her in for a new model. But G is also right. You could do another option, which is building that deeper connection that possibly she might actually get aroused by. But me,
Mm.
trade her in for a new model type shit.
Okay, I do want to take a moment to tap back in with the comments. Robert said, "Gotta have that anime night." That's true. That does help. Julie said, "Practice your sixth sense." Is that the is? Yeah, okay.
The sixth
Brenda
love
said,
language.
Brenda
The sixth
said,
love language.
"Not going to lie, we had to date all over again to find each other again, so we could have common ground. And sometimes that is necessary. Again, it's about communication. I feel like y'all should be communicating before it gets to the point where your partner's asking you and you're like, "Nah, I don't want to do it." You should have a conversation before it gets to that point. Julie said it's not cheating if you both go get a biddy. That's true. That's true. Baby, it's teamwork. We can spice it up together.
I would never.
But
I would
but I
never.
do want to say this to JR's point because I was riding for the girls and y'all be just saying stuff that just my heart. I need to check my blood pressure after this. Anyways, that being said, I shared a personal example. In my example with my partner, cheating and all that other stuff. And in other situations where I've been cheated on, I did ask, what caused this? What can we do to get back? And I did have the recognition and the self-awareness of physical intimacy is important for both the woman and the man. So if you are, ladies, withholding sex from your partner and you find out that your man is cheating on you, I I can't believe I'm saying this. Give a little bit of grace. Give a little bit of grace because you're also not doing your part in that sense as far as being intimate. If it is a consistent issue, and you guys got to bring it back together, communicate, and get things back right. There, I feel like there's room to repair things after that. So if he's cheating, I co-sign a second chance. Shelly,
What'd you
She
just
ain't
say?
like that shit. She ain't like that
Wait,
shit.
what'd you
I'm
just say?
saying if it was from you specifically not giving that to him and he's trying, and especially when
Is
the
he? Hold
fella
on, hold
said
on.
it, women don't always
Is he
communicate the
trying?
best either. We
If
don't
he if
know.
he
We
is
don't know. Everybody's situation is different. All
right,
I'm
I
saying is
know
if you're not
you.
satisfying him in that way and he goes and cheats, can you really blame him for it? If it now I'm saying this, if it is a consistent issue and you're not communicating properly.
Type
That's what
shit.
I'm saying.
Shelly, go
Shelly
ahead,
looks
because I
like
know
she wants to punch me in the
Shelly
throat.
is
She's like, bitch,
not
you turned on
okay
me.
with cheating. She's 100%
She
against
ain't
it.
okay with it.
Why are you like that, Shelly? Because men and
Shelly,
women don't think about sex the same. So why are you conflating the two? Like
You
why?
what you mean? Why don't I not agree with cheating?
Well,
Or
men,
why
if
do I
men
not?
have sex, they don't really care about the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all even say, well, men don't have sex with anything. Men don't care about sex like that to a point where it's like it has to be with this woman who makes me feel this
Because
way, and it's that like they
yep.
just want to bust a nut so they can get back to work. They can get clear minded and shit. So when like why is it so bad for you when you're like unacceptable, 100% no go.
It's because for me, and this is strictly for me, that is my hard limit. Plain and simple. I will bend over backwards, take a whole lot of stuff because with within my lifestyle and my proclivities, there is no reason for you to cheat. Plain and simple. If there is something going on that I am not giving you what you want, and it's not need what you want slash need, whatever way you want to look at it, there's a deeper issue. And more than likely, we've hit a stalemate to where we need to get it back on track. There is still, once again, no reason for you to step outside of that committed relationship. And that's just how I feel, especially in the sanctity of marriage. That is, to me, I don't care. Boyfriend and girl, it's levels to everything. Everybody know I say this. A boyfriend and girlfriend, maybe. But if you my husband and you call yourself stepping out on me, that'll be the last step you ever take. And that I stand on that.
With you, she means with you. She does not mean physically harming anyone. She means with you. She does not mean accidentally moving you with her car. She means you'll not take a step with
Oh
her.
my goodness.
That's I'm just
Oh my
trying to
goodness.
make
I do
sure
want to
we
tap in with the comments one more time.
hit that.
Sunshine said communication is key. Ramsey says wild take. I feel like you need to have the conversation before cheating never happens. Facts. I said that earlier.
Exactly.
You should definitely be having that conversation beforehand. Robert said it's easy to lose common ground over time. Sometimes you got to look for it again, but also people grow apart and you got to know when to cut your losses. That's true. Joseph is shocked. He's at a loss for words. He sent the
Type
big
shit.
eye emoji. He said, "What?" Robert said, "Jr. That right there is why you're not finding good, long-lasting relationships.
Good. Thank
Subjective,
God.
subjective."
No,
Julia
thank
said,
God.
"No cheating. That's why sex toys were created." That's also an option. Spice it up a little bit. Brenda says, "I agree, Shell. Cheating is my hard limit." All I'm saying is, because I know the ladies are probably like, "Damn, girl, you turned on us." What I'm saying
They
is,
lying like a motherfucker though.
be be realistic. And when I'm
No,
Nobody,
okay, I'm gonna say
nobody's
this.
perfect. And if you yourself as a woman have not slept with your man in a month, 2 months, 3 months,
Oh
because
Jesus,
I have literally
he
had
lying.
people tell me things like I haven't slept with my husband in 6 months, and they're still married and they're happily married. Okay,
Mhm.
some people don't operate that way, but what I'm saying is, if that is the case and you are not regularly engaging in physical intimacy and your partner steps out, it I can understand it. I can understand why this occurred. Now, can we get back? It depends on how
I can't
severe the
understand.
cheating was. But I mean,
I can understand that. I can't understand that weakness. To me, you a weak ninja to sit there and step out on me if I'm choosing not to sleep with you because
how
if I'm
long do
making
you expect him to
let me
not step
finish.
out
Let me
on you?
finish. Let me finish. I don't care if it's 6 months because I went 6 to 8 months before and he did
That's
not
wild.
cheat.
Oh shit.
And he did not cheat, and I know that for a fact. You know why? Because he was working to get me back to where I can be intimate with him again. In order for me, I can't speak for every woman out there, for me to get to that level, it has hit a point to where I am just utterly disgusted with you, and we got to get things back on track. That physicalness for me is like that icing on the top of the cake. And you may be eating your cake, but you ain't finna have that icing. I'm still gonna do everything else I gotta do, but I may not give you that at the end of the day. Now, if you choose to step out because you're that weak minded and you're that type of a weak man that you can't control your own body and your own hormones and your own thoughts, then I don't want you anymore. Plain and simple.
That's crazy,
I,
Shelly.
6 months. 6 months.
6 months is a long
I
I gotta
don't
time.
get
know. I
that. I
don't
gotta
know.
get that nigga a basket or something.
Sunshine said,
I
"I didn't have
will.
sex with my husband for almost 2 years because I couldn't walk. Still not a reason to cheat." True, but that's an extreme. That's not like a voluntary. That's you
Yeah.
had a medical emergency. That's a little bit different. Julie said, "At this point, I forgot the main topic about line and Kiki." Nah, because Zoe started talking about line
No,
in general, and now we switched to
Nah.
no,
whether or
this is
not you
still
can
line to
cheat
kick
and
it.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
still lying to
it
kick it.
is.
It's
These
still
men
lying
are,
to
I
kick it.
swear, men are lying. These men are lying
And
to kick it, and y'all are accepting it, but y'all would like to say you ain't got to, but y'all are literally accepting these men lying to y'all, staying and just tolerating the bullshit.
Man,
Stop having your men tolerate that 2 years?
y'all fell.
2 years?
But
Y'all
she,
fell and
whoa, whoa,
Bruh.
whoa,
realized.
whoa. She had a
Listen,
medical. She was in an accident. She couldn't walk. That's
listen,
why hers
listen.
was
Let me
two
tell you something.
years.
Let me tell you something. Me having sex with a woman has nothing to do with you. I swear to you. I don't know why y'all think it has something to do with y'all. I just need to get this motherfucker soft. Why do y'all
Why can't
think
you
y'all
do it
have to?
yourself? Why
Oh
can't you do it
gosh, let's
yourself?
not talk
They
about
say, they
that.
say, go. They
Uh,
say,
Let
they
me.
say, they say, Jill's supposed to be your only other friend.
Y'all tripping.
oh
Y'all
Lord.
tripping.
They
Y'all
say
tripping.
Jill's supposed to be your only other
Six
friend
months.
outside of
6 months.
her.
I need to get him a little gift basket too. Both.
But I
Everybody
will,
need a
I
gift
will say
basket,
this:
bro.
as the female or as the person, let's not just make it a woman thing. As the
Right.
partner that is withholding sex, is not wanting to engage in sex, at a certain point, do you not look at your partner and like, you know what? I'm not attracted to you anymore. So let's just call it quits. Like I feel like that's on you as well to be honest with yourself. That long? That long is like
And,
don't even worry about it. I'm
You
never
got to.
gonna get there.
but
It's just
that's
not
just
gonna
it.
be that.
If
It's
you
sometimes it's not a level of attraction. You can be so like I still was attracted to him. I just physically could not do it because there was so much other blockage happening
Right.
that we were actively working on. Now that's the key. Are you actively communicating? Are you actively working on it? So yes, G, I do understand what you're saying when you're saying give them grace if they step out. I just think that I shouldn't have to give you grace if you step out. To me, you're just weak.
What I
And
mean,
I don't deal
you
with
don't
weak
have to.
people.
Did you
You don't
sleep with
have to.
somebody else?
I'm not saying you gotta take him back. I'm not saying all I'm saying is people have free will and ain't nobody perfect, especially in a marriage.
Absolutely.
Your marriage vows are literally set up for that person to fail you time and time again. That's why it says in sickness and in health, till death do us part. You think that when we're talking about that construct, that there was this, but they gotta be perfect, they can never do this, they can never do that. That I me personally, I feel like that is encompassed in there. Now, when you ultimately lose respect for each other and you're just disrespecting consistently, then I get it. But we're talking about a marriage. I'm just saying everybody has their rules,
y'all
everybody has their
tripping.
Yeah.
limits, but you have to be understanding as well and take accountability for your part. If you're not putting out and you're not engaging in physical intimacy, the probability of your partner cheating is very, very high.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey man, you go too long without giving me some, I'm gone.
I'm
Well, then, but I
definitely
think
busting
that's
her.
the point.
I'm
I'm
Maybe we should
definitely
gone.
just
busting her
leave.
open.
Maybe we should just leave. But
I ain't gonna
also,
lie
we are
to you.
definitely advocating for communicating
6
thoroughly
months,
before it gets to that point.
6 months, I'm
Communication.
gone. And I'm
Communication.
gonna tell. See,
Communicating
the
before
thing
it
is,
gets
I'm
to
gonna
that point.
see, like you said, you think you saying it's weak if you feel like you gotta step out and cheat. I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna go and do this because you
And
bullshitting.
right. And then you know what? And then it would simply be like, okay, that's what you're finna do. Then we know how it's gonna end. Because I tell all of my partners up front, this is my hard limit. I will accept matter of fact, I have accepted anything and I am putting it out there. I have accepted anything.
If I
And
be
that was
honest,
and that was my absolute hard limit. If you're going to tell me, all right, babe, because you don't want to give it to me, I'm finna go get it somewhere else. All right, then that means that you're not still seeing to money because obviously it's something holding me back. And I have an extremely high sex drive. So for me to not give you what you want, it is a reason. And we have to figure this reason out. Because I'm sorry, we're not finna walk through the Sahara Desert and you finna come out with carpet burn. We're not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I ain't figuring nothing out. I'm trading in a new model immediately.
Right.
Y'all tripping, bro. Why I need to figure
before
shit out, nigga? I
before
can
we
go
get
get a
into
bitty
our
bop, man.
final
You can.
comments, before
Niggas
we get into
tripping,
our
bro.
final comments and wrapping this live up, Robert said it's going to be interesting to watch how JR's mind crumbles when he eventually loses his sex drive. I don't know, because men be keeping their sex drive till
Even
they
if I
very
lose it,
old.
I'm still cool. You about to say
not
I can bust nuts till I die.
Oh Lord. Julie said if the D is fire, I'll accept the lies. Hey,
I'm saying
hey.
though, when I be lying, when do I lie? You know what I'm
I,
Hey,
saying?
just- I, hey, my
Well, I
mind you,
lie.
I said what I said, but I also divorced for reasons such as cheating, etc., and so on. So I eventually left, but it was the consistency, and there was no when the person stops trying to make things work. That's when I'm like, okay, because you can't do it by yourself. It takes two people. But that being
Hold on.
said,
Can I not rebuttal that, but I love that
what,
just then.
what,
That's
that's
a good
factual.
message to the kings right there. Kings.
what?
Yeah.
What she said, and I will reiterate in my own words, because it's not out of her words quoted, but what she said is that not also will she not sleep with you because you suck ass, but then she will dump your ass after a long time of not sleeping with you because you suck ass. So niggas, like I said before, trade that shit in for a new model. Don't wait no 6 months, 3 weeks, eight, whatever. I don't give a damn. Trade that shit in for a new model and keep it pushing. How dare you pay the bills, work, die, protect, and still not get no play? Nigga, please. Y'all better go motherfucker trade that
There's so
motherfucker
many
in.
factors in a marriage that come into play, especially when we're talking about lack of intimacy and divorce and
Take
stuff.
that last
There's
name back.
layers. There's
Mm-mm,
so many layers.
I
And
earned that. You ain't getting that back.
at the
mm-mm.
end of the day, we can't tell nobody how to feel. When they're done, they're done. And whatever is a boundary to them is a boundary to them. All I'm saying is we just need to be self-aware, self-awareness of what we're doing that's not helping the relationship as well. That being said, what are our lasting thoughts? Who's going to start us off with our
You
final
already
thoughts
know.
here?
There
I'm
Oh
ourselves.
God.
always the one who started off.
It's high noon.
It's high noon.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hey, look, y'all need to understand something, all right? We're not equal. Men and women are not, right? We think a lot, we think differently completely, right? But that does not mean that we cannot be inconsiderate of the other person, right? So even though I do advocate for men going out there and getting what they need, regardless of what situation they're in or not, I still do believe that there should be an open line of communication, like you said, and there should be that talk to where you're not holding her hostage. You know, if she does not want to accept the fact that you're going to go out there and get some cootie cat, then she needs to have that option to leave if she wants to. Don't lie about it. You know, cheat in public. Don't cheat in secret. You know, that's all I'm saying, man. Do that. Be great. You be the best. You know what's going to make you the best. You know what's going to make you great. That's why she wanted your last name, because you were great. Keep doing what you're doing the hardest. Now, if you are staying in a relationship which you're not getting sex, and I'm gonna be honest, you are lying to kick it at that point, because we know what we want. You know, we know what we want. So just stop lying to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Be honest, be real, and let them make that decision if they can or not. Sometimes you have to make the hard decision too. You know, feel me? That's all I'm saying.
Deuces, deuces. Before we get into the other final thoughts, I just want to, hey,
Hmm?
Brenda, Joseph,
Hmm?
I really appreciate y'all coming in as a unit and tapping in
Yes.
with the live. We didn't mean to start no problems. Y'all good. Y'all good. Marriage beautiful, all that stuff. Definitely just shedding light on what other people do. This ain't about y'all. Not about
Right.
y'all.
I
Don't
love
take it
them so
personal.
much.
Don't take it
She said,
personal.
let's go take a shot and talk. She's stressed. Girl, Brenda, this is how I leave almost every single one of these episodes listening to these men talk. I be like, I need something. So
Take a
what are your
shot for
final
me.
thoughts?
Hold on, let me take a sip of that thing. You know what I'm saying?
There
Oh
you
God.
go. There you go.
So my last thoughts are: if she ain't putting knot, go get your dick wet. Feel me? Get your
Now
dick
let him
wet.
stand on it. Let him stand on it.
Nah,
Let him
nah, nah,
stand on it.
nah. But
All the
real
girls who
talk,
got a crush on Zoe, remember he said that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep it up. King.
nah, nah. Hold on. You talking about 6 months, 2 years? Hey man, ain't none of that. You feel me? Ain't none of that. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you know. Like, look, man. Not like I really do agree with what G said though. Honestly, I really do agree with G said. We do need to have a line of communication. If we talking about marriage, we do have to have pure transparency and pure honesty in between us. That's the only way. I'm not gonna hold you hostage. Hey, y'all, men, don't be holding the female hostage. That's some lame ass shit. You feel me? Let her know
Mm.
what it is or what it ain't. Let her choose to pick you. You feel me? Let her choose to still pick to be with you. So they gonna pick and choose anyway. You feel me? So, but if she ain't putting out, bro, you ain't got a lot of kick it, bro. You ain't got a lie, Craig. You ain't got a lie, Craig. let her know what it is and what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? And pop your shit.
All right. And that's Zoe's final thoughts. Shelly Shell. Take a breath,
Uh,
mama.
hold on.
I'm a fold Shelly after this. You already know what's popping.
Pause. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, not yeah. No, the little sex sound didn't come out, so it's not that way. Not that way. Not that
I
way.
know, I know.
All right. My last thoughts on this whole issue from top to bottom is very simple. Be authentic. Number one, be true to yourself. Number two, do your self work to make yourself better. Number
Mm.
three. Number four, only you can decide what you are willing to accept. Plain and simple. If you weak and you can't hold out, then walk away. Ladies, if he ain't doing what he need to do, I'm finna take a play out of JR and Zoe book. Deuces. Don't hold on to it. Let him kick rocks expeditiously. And because
Expeditious.
we already got that backup plan, go ahead and get that plan B.
Mm.
Hey, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. Life
Damn.
with G podcast.
Shelly, I just
Shelly,
want so we are
Shelly
doing
said,
after hour streams on TikTok. So after we wrap this up, be sure to join us on TikTok if you haven't got enough of us yet. And I have a feeling our after show is gonna get a little spicy today because we got a little spicy. Um that being said, I really appreciate y'all for coming through for another episode of Lay with G podcast. I'm not going I thought this episode was gonna go a little left, but it really took like a U-turn that I didn't expect. But I love it here. I love it. We gonna keep it pushing. That being said, in terms of you ain't got a lie to kick it, you could try to lie. You can lie to kick it all you want. The truth will eventually come out. And that's really all I gotta say about that. So just be mindful of that and how you moving. On that note, like I always say, if anybody tells you that you
Oh,
can't, yes,
TikTok.
the fuck you can.
They want the TikTok.
Oh, it's Life with G podcast. TikTok. Do we have the link in the description? Matter of fact, I will add the link in the description here shortly. As soon as stick around because we
uh,
can give the closing screen in a
I,
moment, and
I, I'm gonna help you out with that. G,
you
it's
gonna put it in the
actually
comments.
no, I can't. I could put it. Well, I actually can put it in the comments, but it's actually because if you type in "life with G," it's not gonna pop up exactly
Yeah.
like the what we're on. You have to type in "life with G baby 93."
Okay. Life with G
Mm.
Type
Baby
in "life with
93
G." Type
Mm.
in "life with G baby
and tap
93,"
in, tap in, tap
and
in,
that's
tap
the
in.
live.
Thank you,
Yes, sir.
Zoe. I appreciate you. So yeah, like I was saying, if
Thank you,
anybody tells
Zoe.
you that you can't, yes, the fuck you can. Besos, blessings, and have a good night.